Hi everybody. This session here is tailored for players 12 and above, but again can be performed by players younger. You can still get some benefits from doing this. This one's going to be focused on our passing and receiving skills, and all we need to perform this drill is a wall, a ball and 2 cones.
So this first drill is focused on weight a pass, control a pass and working off of 1 touch. So you want to start in close to your wall, move the ball off both feet using 1 touch passes. Try and keep that ball moving at all times. Don't let the ball slow down or stop. Do this for 40 seconds and try and get as many passes in as possible. Remember, keep the passes moving, keep the ball moving at all time, and don't let the ball move away from your zone. Keep the ball really close, keep the ball moving all the time. Sticking with 1 touch now for this drill, you're going to want to move a small bit back from the wall, and we're going to try a 1 touch drive with our laces. So we're going to try and use both feet again. Good strong pass off the wall so that it comes back at a bit of pace, that it reaches back to where we're standing, and use both feet to drive that ball back off the wall. Using the laces all the time, don't get caught using the instep. Move the ball all the time using your laces. Make sure to use both feet and move the body to get in line with the football. For this next drill, you're going to use a 2 touch pass close to the wall again, moving the ball from 1 foot to the other. So pass with 1 foot. As the ball comes back, use the foot that receives the ball to move it to the opposite foot. So if the ball comes to your right foot off the wall, move the ball over to your left foot with your first touch and play the ball with a left foot pass off the wall, and vice versa on the other side. Make sure to keep the ball moving, don't let the ball slow down, and repeat this for 40 seconds, getting as many passes in as we can. For this next drill, you're going to do exactly the same as the one we've just seen close into the wall, except we're going to use our laces pass and we're going to drive it off the wall from a further distance. Move the body and move the feet again to get in line with the football, and shift the ball from 1 foot to the other when it comes back off the wall. Make sure we use our laces for each pass, and make sure that we're quick on the football and the ball is kept moving. Again, make sure there's enough power on the ball that it can reach your foot and can come back to you nice and strong. Repeat this for 40 seconds, getting as many passes in as we can. This next exercise is similar to the one you would have done previous, except we're going to use the cone as a guide to be able to move that football. So we're going to try and shift the ball really quick from both feet, getting a good distance away from each touch. Make sure that as soon as that ball comes back off the wall, we move the ball from one side of the cone to the other and to the opposite foot. Again, make sure the ball is kept under control at all times. Make sure there's good speed on the football, and make sure that we get as many passes in as we can within the 40 seconds. So similar to the last drill, you're going to use, except this time you're going to use the outside of your foot to shift the ball from one side of the cone to the other. As the ball comes back off the wall, the foot that didn't play the pass, you're going to use to move the ball. So if you play a pass with your right foot, you're going to move the ball with your left foot to the opposite side of the cone, and vice versa. If you pass with your left foot, you're going to move the ball with your right foot. Again, speed and weight of pass is important. Keep that ball moving all the time, don't let it go out of control, and make sure to get as many passes in as possible, working off both feet within the 40 seconds. Keeping in close to the wall for this next one, you're going to work off 1 foot at a time. Passing with our right foot, you're going to open up to the opposite side before bringing the ball back to the original position. So really exaggerate that turn on the ball, open up to face the opposite side before going back to play your pass. Make sure to keep the ball moving at all times. Make sure the speed on the ball is kept up throughout the whole time. Keep the weight of the pass strong and try and get as many passes in as you can for the 40 seconds. For this drill, you're going to use the outside of your foot to progress up and down the cones. Starting off in the middle of the cones, you're going to pass with either your right or your left foot and use the outside of your foot to control the ball and move it to the next section. Keeping that ball moving all the time. You want to see good control on the football, making sure that the speed of play is kept at a high level and that we're working nice and hard to get as many passes in as we can within the 40 seconds. For this next drill, you're going to extend the distance of your passes, playing one long driven pass with your laces before receiving the ball, taking on the outside of the cone and performing 5 one-touch passes against the wall. Dribble back to your starting position and perform the same action with the opposite foot. Make sure you drive that pass off the wall and it's got enough pace to come back to you, and get that ball quickly off the pass before getting our 5 touch passes in. Make sure to keep the ball moving all the time, make sure the speed and weight of pass is good, make sure the tempo on our dribble is good, and try and get as many repetitions in as we can on the 40 seconds. Make sure the quality is high, make sure the tempo is high throughout. This next drill is focused purely on passing technique. You're going to want to play the ball with your laces off the wall with a little bit of height and make sure to get the ball under control when it comes back to you. Try and use both feet and try and limit yourself to 2 touches, 3 touches maximum. Get that ball under control and try and get as many repetitions as you can within the 40-second time. This is your last exercise of the round, so make sure as you go back through the exercises to repeat these rounds 2 to 3 times. Give yourself a good break after this last round, so maybe a minute or 2 minutes to recover before repeating the next set of exercises.